Hello, welcome to the vlog. As you can see, we're on our new super yacht. No, we're not. Do you want to tell everyone where we are?
We're in Australia.
We are. Whereabouts in Australia are we?
Brisbane.
More precise?
Morton Island.
This is like pulling teeth, isn't it? What's Morton Island better known as?
Oh, this is the resort is on at Morton Island.
Yes.
We're in Tangalooma Resort.
Tangalooma Island Resort. Which, if anyone has ever watched Scooby-Doo, this is where they landed. Anyway, that aside, obviously we're not on a boat. So I've had a little bit of boat withdrawal symptoms. So we booked a, what's it called?
What was it called?
Shipwreck, was it shipwreck?
Yeah. Illuminated
Shipwreck Cruise. I've got to be very careful how I say shipwreck because, yeah. Anyway, we went on this shipwreck cruise. I'll just put the footage up from it now, and then Hayley, who's appeared in a few of our videos, will sum up the cruise at the end.
We're the intro, and she'll
be the outro. I must warn you now, there might be a rude word in the outro. Anyway, hope you enjoy.
Who said one? Me.
Katie did.
Kick her off the boat. She can't count. There is 15 of them, guys. And they weren't just 15 drunken sailors that all crashed here all at one time. They were actually sunk here for a purpose. Now, their purpose is to block the wind and the waves. You guys aren't really getting an accurate representation of what Morton Island is usually like. You guys picked the calmest night I think we've had this week. So congratulations for picking that. Typically, Morton Island gets these huge westerly winds that come in from this direction, our west. For the Tangalooma flyers or the ferries and my cat were running, the only way to access Morton Island was to come via your own boat. And there's no safe anchorage. So anytime the boats anchored up here, they would just get thrashed by the swell and either end up on the beach, out to sea, or just completely destroyed. So the Queensland government, in order to continue promoting people coming to Morton Island, they sunk these old suction dredgers, sand ships, sand barges, all these old working vessels here to create a wind and wave break. They work really well to block the swell and also the wind, and it's a safe anchor. Typically on busy nights or busy days, you'll see a lot of boats anchored up on the inside because it blocks the wind and the waves for them. Now when they sunk the vessels here, they also created a happy accident and created an artificial reef. The only thing artificial about it is the wrecks themselves being sunk here or placed here rather than originating here. So the coral and all the wildlife that it brought with it is completely natural. If you go a few miles north from here, you'll find Flinders Reef, which is a natural reef up there. And when coral reproduces, it gives off polyps or gametes that float through the water and need a hard structure to attach onto. And the Rex is the only hard structure around. So they've started to flourish here. We now have over 150 different species of corals here, both hard and soft. And along with the corals, they brought their friends, the fishies. So we have over 200 different species of marine life here, including our fish, our rays, our sharks, our eels, our turtles, tons of different wildlife here. Keep your eyes out as
just sum up the boat cruise for me?
I'm glad to be off it.
Yeah.
It's absolute shit.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say. It was boring.
Yeah.
Didn't really see much.
Okay.
And it's finished now.
Good.
Which was the best bit?
Yeah, marvellous.
Getting off.
Should we go and get a drink?
Getting off was the best